Good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters. I'm very excited today to talk about one of my favorite topics, regenerative agriculture. This is something that is starting to be more commonly known, but it's still pretty much under the radar. And I certainly did not know that we had an amazing local regenerative ranch in Tenaya. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about what regenerative farming is and how beneficial it can be for our planet as well as for our food supply. Regenerative agriculture, it's designed, whether it's ranging animals or raising fruits and vegetables, it's designed to actually grow topsoil. And so our normal method of agriculture is considered the most destructive practice known to man, because the topsoil just blows away in the wind, and we have lost feet and feet of topsoil over the years, so that now we have 6 inches in some places, 2 to 3 inches in others, and almost none. Regenerative agriculture is a method that you are actively growing soil in addition to growing your crops. And the more you do that, the healthier the food supply becomes, the more nutrient dense it becomes, and also the more resilient our ecosystems and our weather becomes. So I got into this a couple of years ago, and one of my favorite things to do is to now binge watch Alan Savory and managed grazing. There are a lot of people who are going vegetarian vegan right now because they think it's the best thing for the planet. But one of my favorite things to do is to educate you that whether you want to be vegetarian or not is up to you, and it should be for your health. The health of the planet actually requires healthy animal inputs. If we cannot grow healthy fruits and vegetables without animal input, and most people don't realize that, and that the healthier we have all of the cycles, then the better off everybody is. So we have about a third of the land mass on the earth is covered by grassland. And it's grassland that you can't really grow other stuff on. And so when we are able to properly manage the animals on that grassland, then the grass becomes thicker. One of the things that happens is that when you properly manage the animals and you mimic how the natural herds would go, and they would eat, and they would trample, and they poop, and then they move on. And they wouldn't go back there until the grass had regrown sufficiently. That's what managed grazing does, is they will often have mobile electric fences that they can move the herd, and it only stays there for about a week. And then they move it, and they don't go back there until the grass has grown sufficiently. And they have seen waterways come back in the drought seasons. They don't have to pull their herd like the rest of the ranchers usually will have to pull their herd because they don't have enough grass for their animals to eat. When you do regenerative agriculture, the roots can go down 18 inches or more, and that is actually doing what's called sequestering carbon. So we're drawing down carbon from the atmosphere and putting it back in the ground, in the roots and the microorganisms where it's supposed to be. And so that's one of the benefits. And one of the things I'd like to invite everyone to is on May 19th from 11 to 3, the Colvin Ranch in Tenaya, Washington is having their open house. And I'm doing a field trip within that to be able to have friends. Anybody who has kids, I would love to have you bring your whole family. You two who are real estate agents, I would love for you to learn about regenerative agriculture, because when people want to turn our native prairie into housing developments, it winds up affecting our whole ecosystem. And this ranch, for 20 years, they've been doing regenerative agriculture. It's been in the same family since the 1800s, but the last 20 years, they've been doing regenerative agriculture, and they are restoring the native prairie They have the yellow checkered spot butterfly, they have endangered flowers now on their property. So we'll get to go on a prairie walk and learn about the plants and the way they're conserving things. I think it's really important for our children to know they will have a planet to grow up on, and that this is one of the ways that they can make a difference when they're deciding what they want to do for a living. They might want to choose regenerative agriculture. When we buy food from a regenerative ranch, we are actively helping to combat climate change.